Once upon a time, two singles met online and started a podcast, the Computer Love Podcast. Oh yeah. We back.
What's up? 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 What is up? I am Jay Reed, and as always, I am accompanied by my beautiful co-host, none other than Shaquetta Shantae.
Hey y'all.
And we are back for another episode of the Computer Love Podcast, episode 21. We back.
Again.
We back.
Again.
What we gonna do?
Turn up.
All right. Let's go ahead and turn up to some church announcements, babe. What you got for the folks?
Just a little love and a little appreciation. Just saying thank you as always. I just feel like when I go into church announcements, it's really saying thank you. And you know, we come and we stand and we recognize the visitors. And so all of the visitors, if this is your first time viewing, watching, listening, welcome to the party. If you are a returning visitor, but you just haven't joined yet, welcome back. Hopefully you'll go ahead and, become a member. Subscribe to the podcast. Thank you, for real. Thank you for liking.
Where can they go to subscribe?
YouTube. They go to YouTube.
Where else?
Come to Instagram. Well, YouTube is where you subscribe. But you can follow us definitely on Instagram at Computer Love Podcast. You can follow us on TikTok.
You can subscribe
Computer
on
Love
Spotify.
Podcast.
You can subscribe on Apple Podcasts and on YouTube, y'all.
Yeah.
However you want to consume, come holla at us.
We got you. We here for you.
All right. We got nothing to promote, guys. We ain't making no money yet. We ain't promoting nothing.
Well,
when the commercials start dropping,
y'all can definitely go head over to www.ipumppower.com. As always, you can definitely go there.
Get some of
definitely can get this.
What's
the bell of the ball?
Yeah, the bell of the ball.
You can get some bell of the ball.
My baby be smelling good. The
bell of the ball means the most beautiful woman in the room.
Woo! That smell like nothing but my baby right there, boy.
Okay, you only need to. Really?
That's some good stuff.
You about to spray it in my mouth. Bell of the ball. It's so good, y'all. It is.
It really is, though.
It's soft, yet long lasting, and that's what I like. I don't want something that's like overbearing. It's like so powerful that's all you smell. But I definitely like something that wears long throughout the day. So a lot of women have also said that this is like they're going out. Like if they're going on a date with the boo or something, they love to do this one. Or it's like an everyday fragrance as well. But I guess because it's like so exclusive, they like to save it and only wear it like on special occasions. So definitely. And it's only $50, guys.
$50.
So check it out.
Holla
or if you like to
it.
read, you got a little pump power right there. You can check that out.
My baby wrote a book.
Back like it.
And she even autographed it for you too.
Yes, absolutely. And y'all know the holidays is around the corner, so if you're trying to get an early start on your gifts, we got you.
Where they gotta go?
www.ipumppower.com.
Go get it. Enough said.
Let's
move on to the my baby's motivational moment.
Motivational moment. Y'all know I love some motivation.
Me too.
And if you were watching the last episode 20, I talked about having the opportunity to speak at a Loving Yourself luncheon, which was so amazing. It was so amazing for several different reasons. It was hosted by some young ladies, and young ladies meaning in their 20s. They were queens of the organization or different organizations throughout campus. And so I just thought I was honored that they wanted me to be their keynote speaker. Talking about loving yourself is a continual process. It's not something that you learn to do and then that's just it. You have to reinforce it. You have to set boundaries for yourself and for others to make sure that you are respecting your boundaries yourself and others are respecting it as well. And so I just started off and I was like, loving yourself means this. Loving yourself means forgiving others when they they never apologize, or, just different things like that. But one of the things that I wanted to make sure that they understood, and I want to make sure that's understood on this podcast as well, and that we understand the magnitude of which your mental health matters. So loving yourself is knowing that your mental health matters. And that means surrounding yourself with people who are good for your mental health. Surrounding yourself with people who are going to encourage you and not belittle you. People that are going to build you up and not break you down just to build you up. Because that's a difference. You have people sometimes that will be in your presence and they treat you like crap. But then they're the one that also try to build you up too, to say, well, don't act like I ain't good to you. I'm not a good friend. But you were talking about me to everybody. So it's just like, make sure that the solid people in your life are solid, because so many times you're so good to everybody else that you don't even recognize when people aren't being good to you because you're just so used to being good to everybody else. You deserve to be loved well. That is one of my favorite things is to be loved well. You deserve to be loved well. And loving yourself means knowing that you deserve to be loved well as well. So give love, but also make yourself available to receive that same type of love that you give as well.
Amen. I love it. Preach, baby. Preach. Let's move into the chat room.
Chat room.
What we got? Hit me with that chat room question.
The chat room question is, do you believe that astrology determines the success rate of relationships?
No.
Why?
Of course not. Absolutely not.
Why do you feel that way?
Because it's woo-woo. I mean, if you believe in woo-woo, then I guess it's one of those things where if you believe it, then it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Mm-hmm. It happens because you believe it, or you'll attribute anything to that because you believe that that's the cause of it anyway. So, you didn't work out because I don't get along with Libras, that's not, everybody gets along with Libras. So, we can't. So like, say you're like a,
so you believe it because you think that everybody that gets along with Libras.
That is true, right? But for me, it's not like I really do believe that. I get along with anybody. I don't know what people's signs are, So, but it's fun to play with. But no, it wouldn't matter. Like didn't care. You're a Gemini, and I don't think I've ever dated a Gemini. But as far as I knew, I thought Geminis were two-faced. Mm-hmm. You're probably the least two-faced person I ever met. Mm-hmm. But even if it's So no, I don't think the astrology has anything to do with it. I think astrology is a fascinating science, and it's paved the way for science. A lot of things came from astrology, from charting the stars. But as far as like the the woo woo, all that. No.
The woo woo. Okay.
Like, the way the stars are lined up, or I don't think has anything to do with the success of your relationship. It's how you are. It's the way you act. It's your commitment. Got nothing to do with the stars.
I mean, yeah.
In my opinion.
I can definitely see that. But like you said, there are a lot of people that do heavily believe in like horoscopes. They might wake up and they're like a part of their daily routine is to check their horoscopes to see like I think there's like a yearly horoscope that literally will like say the projection of your year depending on your sign, and then monthly, daily, whatever. But definitely I do think like in relationships, people may put some type of weight on that to determine like if they're compatible. Who are they least compatible with or most compatible with? I think that they may have like some similarities or some like, oh, okay, yeah, you know. But I personally too, I don't think that it's something that will determine the success rate of your relationship. Will it tell some? You know, you may look at it and be like, oh, there are some personality traits there. Or like you said, somebody's like, nah, I haven't seen this in that person at all. So to answer, you know, that person's question, does it determine the success rate of your relationship? Absolutely not. I don't think so.
If you were to say like my relationship failed because the astrology was off, like our signs didn't match, nobody would take that serious. Like, I don't think anybody would really take that as a legitimate excuse.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't, but I definitely would think that I've seen some married couples, like they're married now, and they're, according to astrology, says that they are like, that's who they're most compatible with their, you know.
Right.
But then there are also some couples that theirs may say, you know, their least or whatever. Yeah. But I think like as a Gemini, I think that it says that I'm most compatible with Aquarius and Libras.
Really?
That's who I'm most compatible with.
Everyone's compatible with Libras.
It's
so
not.
That's
not it, babe.
That makes sense.
That's not true. You would like to think so because you are a Libra, but that's not it.
Is it still Libra season? Is it still Libra season?
No, it's Scorpio season now.
Okay. I was about to say you can't disrespect me during Libra season.
No, it ain't your season no more. But no, but even down to like when it says like friendships and stuff. Yeah, it says that. The
crazy thing is like a lot of people. I know a lot of women who, if you are the wrong sign, like they're like, I don't like, even like for like the Chinese zodiac, like if you're the year of the rat or something, like I'm not compatible with the rat or the ox or whatever. Yeah. They're like, yeah. Even if they try to give you a shot, it'll be like hanging like a gray cloud hanging over. Like they're just waiting for you to mess up. Like they're waiting for you do some rat shit, right? Like something that a rat would do. But it's like you're just waiting for it to happen because you know I'm the rat or whatever. I'm not a rat, by the way. I'm a horse. So I like it. It's fun. It's fun. And it is cool to find the similarities. And you know, I have Zodiac inspired tattoos on my body, so it's not like I don't appreciate it. I don't put that much weight.
Yeah,
in it
and I think that's the point that should be made in this as well, is not to put so much weight into it that it determines whether you date someone or not. Now, if it is a part, and I'm not sure that there is, but if it's, some people do take certain things more serious if it's like a part of their culture or religion. And so that is a total different aspect. But just based on like astrology alone, then yeah, I wouldn't say, well, you know, according to, you know, Zodiac.com, my best match is this, and I met someone of the opposite or my least, and I'm just afraid to give them a chance. I would say, like with anything in life, give it a chance. Give it a chance
Yeah.
because we all have different experiences. And then if you want to get into it, I think there's something called like cusp. Like if you're ever on the cusp of that, see, like if
Oh,
you're,
like
you know,
you're like
you're
bordering
border,
between two.
yeah. So it's
Like some years you could be this zodiac, next year.
yeah.
You could
And I think there was like a change. They were changing the zodiac.
I had a good buddy.
something.
He was in the right there on the middle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, two zodiac signs.
Yeah. See, just I just did like a Google, and it says the most compatible signs with Libra are fellow air, Gemini, and Aquarius. So I did remember hearing something about that. But it's
What's most compatible? Say it again.
most compatible
Is
for
for a Libra?
Aquarius and Gemini.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
So I do remember hearing that. And
Maybe I do believe in. That's the reason my past relationships didn't work out. It was the wrong sign. I'm gonna go with that.
that's funny. That's what I'm gonna go with.
go with that.
I'm gonna go with that.
It ain't
funny.
my fault.
Did I do that? But nah.
But no, I mean,
seriously.
no disrespect. And if that's what you believe, I mean, I know there could be a lot of gemstone and those types out there who are cussing us out like you don't know what you talking about.
Well,
this
I mean,
stuff
I
works.
like a nice, gemstone and
Yeah,
stuff
I mean,
too.
I don't-
Yeah, it's fine. Like you said, we like.
Right.
Listen,
It's
you
just my
have,
opinion. Is all.
Yeah, you have a tattoo with different zodiacs on there. It's. I just don't. My point in it, and I think yours was as well, is not allowing it to rule your love life, to make that the only consideration or the only factor in deciding whether your relationship has potential to succeed or not.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should give every relationship that you want.
If they're good,
You should
if they're
yeah,
good
right,
to
right.
you,
That you want. You should
Yeah.
give it a fair shot, not hold them to this, waiting for them to mess up or. Yeah, I knew that Libra was going to come out of you eventually. Like.
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah,
So I'm still waiting for the Gemini to come out now.
What is
I'm
it?
waiting-
What's about?
I'm waiting for the other face to pop out.
So what side? I mean, what do you think that would look like?
I'm scared to find out, but it'll be the opposite of this. So I imagine it'll be pretty bad.
Ah, that's funny.
So
This is me. But
you.
if you do cross me, I ain't really got nothing too much for you. That's it. That's what you're gonna get with me. I'm not about to go back and forth with you. I just was like,
you done.
That's it.
This relationship is over.
Is why? Because why you doing all of that? Why we gotta do all of that? Can we just live in
Topic of the day.
Why? Tell me why. Oh, tell me why.
Topic of the day. Are holidays stressful or fun for couples?
It all depends.
What does it depend upon?
Depends upon the couple. It depends on how every other day is. I mean, if you're in a stressful relationship, then Christmas ain't gonna be
It might be
fun and magical.
It could be. They're like, you know what?
It'd probably be even more stressful.
This is the time of year that they get to decorate. They get to I
Nope.
don't know
Because it's gonna be even on Christmas we can't get along and
really
yeah. I mean, whatever it is that you guys are arguing about, it's not gonna magically fix itself. But Christmas and holidays can be a magical time for a couple in love for sure. You get to create new memories and create new traditions and roasting marshmallows and just it's the season. It's just you get that cold, crisp in the air, and if you live in a somewhat developed city, I mean, there's probably something going on where like there's Christmas in the park or like marshmallow roasting somewhere. Or it's just things like that. Or if you live in a really great city, there's like shopping with Christmas districts and street lights and all that. So it's a beautiful, beautiful time to make memories, but also those same times because. I mean, look this up real quick, babe. What is the statistic for suicides? Does suicide happen more during holidays?
it does.
So well, I've heard that it's just something that we say, but I don't know if that's actually true.
I've seen it. It
Google
does
it real quick.
because a lot of people has like family, like if their family. Hold on. You have people that lost loved ones around the holidays. The feeling of being alone Are you Googling it?
Is suicide higher during holidays? See, it's a myth. Why the suicide holiday myth is dangerous. So yeah, it's not true. But we tend to. It is a thing that we say, and it may have some validity to it, but it's not.
Okay. So I wouldn't say.
I knew it was something
that we. But depression for sure.
That could be. Well, I don't know for sure. You might want to Google that one too.
Let's
but what you got? Is depression higher?
Yeah, I mean, it really just goes into basically saying.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think because it's pretty much all year round. It's like, but the point is, what could be a happy time for you may not necessarily be a happy time for others, and it can expose, the lack in your life. If you're in a sad place and you see other people being happy, But I guess the point is, if you are in a relationship, holidays can be a stressful time, especially like finances. You may be in a relationship where it's like a combined family, so trying to be fair with gifts and just all that type of stuff can make holidays stressful. Definitely for parents too.
Absolutely. I think that religion can make it stressful. Like if your beliefs. If you're a couple, one religion or your beliefs may not be to celebrate Christmas, celebrate the holidays, celebrate, a lot of people don't like to do that. Or
if you're like what is that, Jehovah's Witness?
Yeah. Or even down to the fact of, I don't want my children to believe in Santa Claus, and the fact that, this old white man is who bought them the gifts versus, nah, your mama and your daddy bought you these gifts. Like, so it
my hard-working black ass bought you them gifts.
It can be definitely a balance. It can be a balance if it's a new relationship and trying to figure it out, trying to figure out how we're going to do what can be difficult. But I definitely think it's such an exciting time, and it is such a beautiful time that you can create your own traditions. You can create something that maybe you wish your family had done when you were smaller, or things that you want to do with your family, combined families. That's something that may be stressful too. Like, whose family are we going to spend the holidays with? If both sides have like huge families, like your family is huge, mine is huge, and they're both doing something all the time.
Mom, if you're watching this and I'm not there for Thanksgiving or Christmas, it's her fault. Just blame her.
Whatever. How was it? But how was it for you, like in the past? And she knows that's not true.
In the past, I think that we would like do like Christmas at one place or Thanksgiving at another place.
Right. So, but like with your family in general, does your family typically like celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving together as a family, or is it like one year?
Like growing up?
Well, maybe now as an adult, as adults, does your family like get together to do a lot, like both Thanksgiving, Christmas, or is it just one more than the other?
Nope, it's Thanksgiving and Christmas pretty much. Yeah.
So and I think that that's a beautiful thing, because for some relationships or some people, that's the difference too. Maybe one, let's say like only my side, then it was not a thing. Then it's like, okay, well, we just go to that side. Or if, let's say you weren't used to that. So now you could have possibly be thinking like, I just want just you and I to spend the Christmas together. Right. So that could have been,
those are difficult things to work out.
Definitely difficult for new couples, but couples that have been, dating for a while, married for a while, hopefully you've figured out, what works best for you. If you're a new couple, you might be excited, like, oh my God, we get to do couple stuff. We get out like, you know, our Christmas sweaters, ugly Christmas sweaters. We could take our little pictures with the postcard and send it out the happy holidays or, you know, Halloween. You know, we just did a little funny.
Oh my God.
Couples. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's go ahead. Go ahead.
We just did a funny couples Halloween costume. I'm all about having a good time. I'm all about fun.
She's definitely going to be the arts and crafts mom and all that.
I look forward to it. Like, that's how I was raised, you know, leaving out cookies and milk for Santa. And
what do you do in a situation like that, though? Because I could see that being a difficult one. Like, if they're like, no, we're not teaching our kid about some mythical Santa Claus.
Well, if this is in a African American household and your thing is like,
or it's any household. So
I was about to make a very
okay
specific point in that, because that is something that I have, you know, heard. Maybe your theme or your thing could be, or if it's Jewish or whatever, then,
or just people in general who just don't want people to believe in phony stuff. Like,
so I think that compromise is always something that can be made. And I also think that sometimes as adults, we have to step outside of how you feel as an adult and let a child be a child. Because I think certain things they will be taught as they're continuing to grow. They will learn different things. But for somebody, a child 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they're a child. Let them enjoy the fantasy of the you know, the Santa's coming down the chimney. I'm gonna leave him some milk and cookies and whatever, or the Easter bunny or whatever. It's I understand you wanted to protect them. Let's say if it's like a safety thing, like now Halloween, a lot of people don't like to have their children going trick-or-treating. Because of like candy.
That's been a thing ever since I was a kid. Though,
yeah. So I understand that, and making it something more of a safety thing, and you're doing it just with your intimate, you know, friends, family, trunk or treats, all of those type of things. And maybe like the meaning behind it, I understand, and whatever religious beliefs or whatever, that is something that I am not going to try to argue with or about. But just the heaviness or the political views that we may carry as an adult, I think that we should let a child be a child. Yeah. They'll know probably by the time they're these days 7, or, you know.
Yeah. I don't. What I found out. I think I kind of knew that it was all a bunch of crap, because I know one time in particular, we were leaving out, like, you know, you're supposed to leave out cookies and milk, but my parents said to leave out donuts and coffee.
That is funny.
Like, come on! I know good and well Santa don't want donuts and coffee. Y'all are gonna Y'all are gonna eat these.
Funny.
The funniest thing though was the Tooth Fairy. You guys celebrated the Tooth Fairy?
All of it.
Yeah, the Tooth Fairy I knew wasn't real. One year when I lost my tooth, and I wake up the next morning with a letter written in really broken English, basically explaining that, you know, Tooth Fairy doesn't have any money and this is an IOU.
That is funny. Like, hold on.
Yeah.
I know this handwriting, and I know.
So you took my tooth, but you didn't leave me no money. You took the time to come out here, take my tooth, and leave me a note, and you didn't even spell it correctly. Yeah. So
that's
how
hilarious.
I knew that was.
Now, I was like, maybe it's between 10 and 12 when I found out that Santa wasn't real.
Babe, that's old as hell.
And listen,
10 and 12.
Yeah, and loved every moment. I'm sure I was 10, but I made it stretch another year. I didn't tell them that I knew that year. I was like, oh, I saw it, but I'm gonna go ahead and ride this thing out, because you got better gifts when you believe. It's like, what? Right? Santa, like, you got more. It's like, man, you got it, the whole layout or whatever. But my brother was 4 years older than me, so I think when I found out, it was because I saw him with my parents bringing in my bicycle at night. And so I was like, oh, wow.
You ain't never try to like stay up and wait for Santa to come or nothing like that?
No, I was like, I mean, we did, but it's, I grew up too with all of my cousins, like living on the hill. So we would talk or see each other, and we were all like, we would go to bed because we were so excited to wake up that next morning, like early.
So like sooner I go to bed, that's how my daughters be.
So we would get up like 6 a.m. and everybody's up on the phone. We going next door to each other's house to see what we got, like the kitchen sets, the little go-karts, or the, the Power Wheels, like all of you, man. Those were amazing days, amazing times. So the girls are like that now?
Yeah, the girls definitely like, as soon as we go to sleep, especially if they have something exciting the next day, the sooner we go to sleep, the sooner we will wake up.
Yeah, that's it.
I just want tomorrow to get here.
Right.
I'm like, girl, enjoy being a kid.
And that's the
these
point.
These days are going to go by so fast, though. It's like, just calm down.
That's the point of it. That's what I'm saying in it. Let kids, because that type of excitement is just like...
It's priceless. You remember that forever.
Yeah. Spending it with your cousins, your sisters, your siblings, whoever. It's just like you remember that. And then I think you appreciate it too, to know that, okay, maybe I did think that it was like this Santa doing it. When I found out that this is something that my parents were doing for you, appreciate the fact that
they went all through all this trouble.
Yeah, so it's like they setting it up. They like, take you to go sit on Santa's lap or to, write your letters. And so even with my nephew now, he's probably like, Auntie, please. And my godchildren, like I would send them the like letters from Santa where you can, technology makes it where you can, you could call them and be like, it's like, so it's your voice, but you're sounding like Santa. And that age, they're like, oh my God, really? Like, okay.
I think also though, what kept it going for so long was that we didn't have internet.
Oh yeah, no.
Like we weren't able to just Google and find out that Santa was fake. We couldn't just go into it would have been exposed in a second. If we had Instagram, because they were like, y'all believe in this fake ass Santa, But yeah, so we didn't have that. And it makes me wonder, like, as technology further advances, is Santa even still gonna be able to be a thing that we do? Like, will it even be believable at some point?
We're gonna make it work in our household. I'm like, listen. And that
the
was
kid
the
gonna
thing.
be on it. Yeah, he could be 2 on his. Well, as soon as he actually understands what's going on, he'll be able to understand that Santa ain't real.
As long as it lasts. But and I agree with you. I think that was a difference too, because even when we were going to school, like my friends said, we were talking about the same stuff. Like we were excited about it. It wasn't. I literally don't remember a lot of conversation of people saying like, ain't no saying real. Like everybody was like, yo, you too? Like I can't wait. Like it was no excitement behind it. Exactly. So it's a
good time. I mean, we used to like all write letters in class as a class project.
Right.
Mail it to the North Pole.
Yes, we used to make the stockings and take them home and put
it was a real thing.
Yeah.
We're like, well, if I'm learning this in school, then I know Santa's real.
And our parents put work in, like.
But then you're like, oh, how come Santa brought you the new big wheel, but I ain't getting nothing but some socks and a board game.
I guess that could be.
It's like, what's wrong?
I don't know.
Santa don't like me.
We were blessed. And then even just even thinking in reference to, we would exchange gifts, like our families would. So like Santa would leave something at my cousin's house for me, or like, it's like the same thing. So it's like, the Christmas tree and you have like presents and stuff like that. But I and that goes apart to what we were saying, like the holidays could be stressful, but I've always remember like the Toys for Tots, like the toy drives, and it was so many people that would like donate, while you're shopping, you can donate toys to make sure that all kids have a good Christmas.
Yeah, but not every kid has a good Christmas.
No.
So.
Nope.
Yep. Do what you can do. It's a season of love. All you can do is spread love.
And that's the best gift.
Just spread love.
Love, happiness, family, food, fun. That is the best, literally. I think that's the best thing about holidays. is, being able to get together like that with family, friends, and just laugh. And,
Yeah, I think that if you can't afford to get your kid a gift, you should just tell them Christmas is not real. You can't be telling them Christmas is real, but then you don't get them nothing for Christmas. It's just like, well, how come Santa ain't come to my house, Yeah, you definitely got to let them know.
I mean, I think in something like that, then you would have to have an honest conversation
You got to.
with
You just
them.
can't have them feeling like they left out.
Or, just do it. At the end of the day, do the best that you can do. I do know that there are some people that literally starts Christmas shopping in January. You know what I'm saying? They start collecting.
Right after Christmas is over and all the sales.
Yeah. So I think that there's ways that as an adult we can, try to do. And believe it or not, especially kids these days, after a certain point, it's like their list gets like... shoes, or clothes, or poppets, or string. It's like, okay.
A fidget spinner.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with this stuff?
Sure, it's yours. So I do think sometimes like their expenses, like the things that they're wanting is becoming like less expensive as they get like, a certain age.
Yeah. And then they start growing. They want an iPhone and
it's
an
like,
iPad.
okay, you know what? You got one. That doesn't mean you're getting another one next Christmas.
Santa don't come if you're over 10. Santa too busy. Yeah. Awesome.
Now you know Santa ain't real. That's when you about to tell them when they get like Santa. Right. Now cut it out. Now you know.
Come on now. Good and well Santa ain't doing it.
That's funny.
Closing question.
Let's move on into the closing question, babe.
What song, and not just any song, what love song best describes our relationship?
What love song best describes our relationship? Ooh, that's a tough one, babe. You know what? I'm just go with the first thing that pops into my head.
Oh Lord, not the first thing.
Yeah, it's the first love song I could think of that popped into my head.
Okay.
I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say, but I'm trying to
figure out all the lyrics.
And I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
Why do you think that best describes it?
I was trying to get some more lyrics out of it so I can actually understand. If it does describe it, that actually doesn't describe anything. I don't know. Let me think. Go ahead. What you think?
Computer love.
You
That's
cheated.
Mine. No, it ain't. But that is mine. That's always been mine since. Hence,
You did come up with the name of the podcast.
And I think it does. It definitely describes
Boom.
us.
Boom.
Oh.
Boom. Boom. Computer love.
That's it for me.
Whenever I think of computer love, I just think of Menace to Society when he pulls up in the Ford Mustang.
Yeah. That's funny.
Boom.
That beat is everything.
What song describes our relationship?
That's not a bad one though.
What?
The one that you picked.
I just called to say I love you.
But you don't just be calling to say that you.
I know. So
don't.
It doesn't really describe.
I mean, you just don't. I do.
No, you don't. You be calling me and you should be sitting there. I'm like, are you gonna say hello or?
I do. I'm like,
like
hey.
who FaceTimes and doesn't even look at the screen? Like you FaceTime then.
And I be working, and I'm like, hey, what you doing? Hey.
Let me pull up these questions real quick because we about to go.
You know what time it is. It's time for hypothetical questions with Jesse and Shaquetta.
I mean, you still ain't say what song, because, I mean...
I just called to say I love you.
Well, you need to start doing that more if that describes our relationship.
You know what song actually is like stuck in my head right now, and I can't get it out? It's a rock and roll song. Pour Some Sugar on Me. You know that song? Pour some sugar on me
Go
in the
ahead.
name of love.
Oh.
Pour some. I don't know why the song is in my head.
Oh.
Yeah, I have no idea, but you know, our love is sweet. It's like sweet like sugar.
Baby. I agree.
And if you like, yeah, let's just leave it at that.
All right, that's good.
Our love is sweet like sugar.
It's sweet.
I don't even know who sings that song.
Sweet.
If you know who sings that song,
Never know.
put it in the comments. I really don't care who sings
It's a
but
whole bunch of love songs I have. Can we talk for a minute?
I just want to know your name. Can we talk for a minute?
Hey. All
All
right,
right.
got them questions up.
I got the questions.
All right, let's go.
You can only eat one flavor of ice cream forever. What is it going to be?
Blueberry cheesecake.
Blueberry cheesecake.
Ooh, I want some now. We got to go to ye old fashioned.
Blueberry cheesecake.
Blueberry cheesecake. Give it to me any time of the day. And it has real chunks of cheesecake in it and blueberries.
Yeah.
Oh my God. If you have not tried it yet, oh my God.
Who makes it?
Literally. So there was a restaurant, like a small mom and pop, like restaurant out in Utahville, South Carolina. And they had the best ice cream and, you know, like shrimp dinners, like stuff like that. So for the longest, they were the only like ice cream shop that I knew that carried it. And I think I can't remember what
made you
brand
get
it
that?
was
Like
by.
you just
Because
you
they,
just picked
you know,
it one
they,
day?
yeah, they had like, you know, all of these. I was like, oh, that sounds good. And I love blueberries and I love cheesecake. So I was like, this, you know, and it had real chunks of cheesecake in it. So then I recently found out, like within the last 2 years, that Ye Old Fashioned carries it. The same brand, like the same.
Really? What brand is it?
I don't know.
You can't buy it in the store?
I haven't seen it in the store.
Yeah. Blueberry cheesecake. Okay. You know what my favorite ice cream is, right? What's my favorite ice cream?
Something with chunks in it.
No. Millennium Crunch.
Crunch. But it had chunks in it.
They do have chunks in it, but not in the name.
I knew it had chunks. If I saw it in the grocery store, I knew that.
Yo,
that would be it.
Millennium Crunch. If you never had this, Bluebell makes it.
And really, I want to say Bluebell makes
Really?
this blueberry one too.
Okay. Well, I might have
let's
to look
have
for it
to-
next time.
It's so good.
But enough of that.
Crunch.
Millennium Crunch, y'all. It has like nuts and like caramel and just chocolate and man,
That's it for you, huh?
it's fire.
That's it for him.
I'm telling y'all, go get some Bluebell Millennium Crunch. You will thank me later.
No, you
All right.
really think me about that blueberry. Blueberry.
Would you rather have $2 million now or $10K a month forever?
You can give me $10K a month.
$10K a month forever?
Or $2 million now.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. But give me your $10K.
$10K a month?
Yeah.
Give me that $2 million.
Yeah.
Give me
That's
that
a hard
$2
one.
million.
I can definitely say just going ahead and giving you the $2 million.
Yeah, give me that $2 million.
Yeah.
10K, already make that. Give me the $2 million. I need a big old chunk
You
of
already
change.
make $10K a month?
Yeah.
You make $10,000 a month?
Yeah, more than $10,000 a month.
You right now?
Yeah. 10K a month is 6 figures. I make more than 10K a month. You really don't know how much money I make?
All right,
10K a month is not rich.
Nah, I ain't say it was rich.
But yeah, I make more than 10K a month. That's why I said give me the $2 million. I need that.
Okay,
that
sorry guys,
influx
we
of-
about to go. We about to go off. We about to go offline for a second.
Where we going? Talking about-
Somebody making $10K a month. It's some different conversations that we need to have.
Oh no, I don't make that much.
Oh no, yeah, you do.
Not a month.
You just said that.
I said a month, but a month. No, not a month.
No, I don't understand what a month is.
It's like some months.
No, he trying to pull back. If that's if you make $10K a month, yeah, let's yeah.
What you talking about?
All right, nah, we good, y'all. Cause y'all remember, and
I don't make that much.
A couple other episodes, he also said that a man wants to give his lady what she wants.
I said, but not all at once.
And it's some things that I want.
A man wants to give an appreciative woman.
Yeah, and I am.
You okay? Well, I mean, if I gave it to you, then
yeah. And there's some things that I want. When you making $10K a month,
you see the house. Like I got bills.
Hey, you ain't got $10K a month.
But like I said, it's not a month.
No, it's a month. That's what you said, and that's what we sticking with. It's not going to the next.
Oh man, I'm gonna get myself in trouble on the show. All right, win 100 million and have it announced on TV, or win 10 million in private.
How much a month?
No, 100 million and announce it on TV, or 10 million, but you get it in private.
Give it to me in private.
Fudge that.
I still didn't hear what you said about the first one.
Win $100 million.
In public.
Everybody knows you just got 100, or get 10 million.
Oh yeah, 100. Give me that.
Yeah, I don't give a damn. I'll tell everybody myself. I'm like 10 million over 100 million. Just
for sure.
Have it private. I gives no cares. All right, we'll do one more. Ooh, this is a good one. Would you rather see through physical things like walls and things like that, or see through figurative things like fake feelings and lies and things like that?
See through physical feelings.
Physical things.
Like
see through my hand. Or see through figurative things like if I'm lying to you, or if I'm being phony, or just
figurative.
Yeah. You can see through. You can see the truth in the bull.
Yeah.
Oh, you say figurative? I would say figurative if I could turn it on and off, because I don't want to know.
Oh, some things you just
don't want to know.
Yeah, I agree. I can see that.
But I'll just go with physical, just because I think it.
I want to see through that $10K a month.
Why are you stuck on this $10K? That's not a lot of money, babe.
It ain't, but it's enough for a conversation that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess that's the end of this episode. Let's go. We got a conversation to have. So that's an episode, y'all. On the next episode, y'all get to figure out what the hell is gonna happen after this. All right. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, follow us on IG at Computer Love Podcast. It's been real.